How's it going, everybody? Rybread here today, and we are back with our Nashville Predators GM mode, and now we're in round number 2 of the playoffs for the first time under my GM reign against the freaking good Dallas Stars. They are 52-21-9. They had a fantastic season. Now, I don't know if they won the President's Trophy, so I'm going to go ahead and check that out right now, because that just actually popped in my mind to see if they did that or not. But it's going to be a very, very tough battle. Yeah, they had 113 points. I mean, we had 102. So in most divisions, we would have been atop the division. We would have been atop the Atlantic. We would have been pretty close to the Metro. And, yeah, okay, so a lot of 100-point finishes this season for teams. But it is the Dallas Stars who took home the President's Trophy, and that is the team we'll be taking on in round number 2 of this year's playoffs, boys. So let's go ahead and check out what their lines are going to be, because I'm really actually curious to see what their lines are going to be. Just to see why they were so good and how they were so good. So let's go ahead and check out this game, because we will not have home ice advantage, so hopefully we'll have some clutch performances like we did last time. And look at that, they're not even rated as highly as we are, 94, 91, 86, so interesting to see that there. But let's go ahead and go to edit lines and check out the lines, guys. So yeah, from looking at it, I mean, nothing's really going to change much. I'm going to leave Smith on that second line and put Arvidsson on that third line. Just because that second line seemed to really step up, and Arvidsson actually did have a good couple performances down the stretch there after we moved him down to the third line. So he's probably playing with competition more his speed there. And it's unfortunate because he hasn't really grown, but still an 85. I mean, we got a very, very deep squad, and that's very, very nice to see. So let's go ahead and check out the Dallas Stars, and of course they got Jamie Benn up to... Okay, his picture didn't change. Jamie Benn up there at a 96. The dude killed it this year. I believe him and, yeah, these guys have been back-to-back very, very dominant there. And then Tyler Seguin, the other half of the dynamic duo that is that first line, had 93 points. So they traded having 90-point seasons with Ben having it in 17-18, and this season for Tyler Seguin. So, and then also they got Evander Kane on that top line from the Buffalo Sabres. He put up 53 points, so it was his second best season versus his first season, but his best plus-minus season. His best goal-scoring season so far. And yeah, he had a very, very good season. So that first line is going to be deadly. 2 snipers and a playmaker. Good lord. Then Gurianov, he's a medium top 6 sniper. Okay, that's not bad. He's 21 too, so he's pretty young. Then we got Jason Spezza in the middle, still going, and then Yuri Hudler. So their second line right wing could be a little bit better, but their third line more than makes up for that. With Jason Dickinson, a 2-way forward, Cody Eakin, like one of the greatest third line centers ever. Well, in this game anyway. But anyway, and then Brett Ritchie, who's not bad. He's a power forward, and I can see why they wouldn't be giving him second line ice time, but I definitely think a guy like Dickinson would be worth it, especially since Gurianov is a right wing, and then Dickinson could play his natural position in left wing, but I'm not going to manage their team. Then they have Matthias Janmark, Mark McNeil, and Derek Roy. So not a bad bottom line. It seems to be scoring as they got a playmaker, and Janmark is a sniper, and then McNeil is a power forward. So interesting combination they have there, and then 2-way forwards and a power forward. So defensively, again, we know they have Jonathan Klingberg, who's fantastic. Julius Honka is a very, very good player. But, you know, he's 23, medium top 4 potential, so he's not quite the kind of guy you want in your second pairing, but I mean, their defensive core is pretty good. Dylan Hetherington, a defensive with Essa Lindell, a 2-way defender. He's actually growing for once. With that low top 4 potential, it could be, you know, it's kind of, you know, boom or bust with low potential guys, but he actually seems to be growing. Jamie Alexiak, a high top 6 defensive defenseman, seems to have hit his potential, and then Dan Hamhuis is just kind of there. They probably got him on a, I was going to say they probably got him on a bargain contract, but $3 million for 2 years is certainly not what I would call a bargain contract. And then in goal, they have, Craig Anderson and Kari Lehtinen. So it's a bit of an upgrade from what they usually have. They usually have Kari Lehtinen and Antti Niemi, who are both 83, 84. But Craig Anderson, I wonder what kind of season he had. Wow, he's having a fantastic playoff round, though, about 940 save percentage. Yeah, he had a really good year. Actually, he had a good year last year. I don't know. I wish I could tell what team they were on last year. I wish EA Sports would update the menus and stuff like that, but let's go ahead. That's about it for what their team. We know our team. Let's go ahead and get it started and see if we can get past the Dallas Stars for the first time. This is year number 3, so let's see if in year number 3 we can go ahead and advance to the Western Conference Finals, which I would be ecstatic about that. I'd be content with that, but I definitely want to challenge for the Stanley Cup really darn soon, because none of our guys are getting any younger. That's not how it works. So let's go ahead and get into game number 1 in Dallas. This is pretty exciting. I want to come out strong and finish. I want to take this game. I want to get an early lead, and I want to roll with it. So let's see. First period. And Craig Smith on that second line, boys, looking like it was a good addition to have him on that second line instead of Victor Arvidsson. But, just the first period. There's still plenty of time in this game. 40 minutes left to go. Second period. Subban scores, answering John Klingberg. So it's a battle of the top defensemen in this second round. And Nashville is still up 2-1. Sorry, guys. I was looking at making sure I didn't hit the Y button too many times to have the simulation speed go too fast or too slow, because that would be a little bit boring. But at 10 minutes into the period, it's still 2-1 Nashville. This makes me so nervous because I know the kind of firepower Dallas has. But our defense is stepping up. Nashville on the power play. Oh, we needed that insurance marker. And Kyle Turris gets it for us as the empty netter. And it's a 3-1 victory for Nashville in game number 1 over the President's Trophy winning Dallas Stars. All right, let's go see who did what, because we know who scored. Subban, Craig Smith, and Turris scored there for us. But Yossi had 2 assists, so glad to see our defenseman chipping in. Yarncrook, Raquel. So I wonder what they assisted on. Maybe Turris's goal, but that was just a jumble of the lines. But a very good performance for John Gibson, who made 28 saves on 29 shots. And that's the kind of performance I was expecting him to have. He had a little bit of a rough first round of the playoffs, but I'm hoping he bounces back and carries us to this through this round. But can't look too far. Game number 2 coming up in Dallas, boys. Here we go. Let's get it. Come on, boys. I'm really looking for another solid performance. That was a solid performance. We didn't blow them out, but we didn't. I was still worried for a lot of the game. It was an entertaining game, but let's go ahead and start this first period and see how this one goes. Let's go. And Forsberg answers Ben. So the 2 snipers going back and forth. It's a back and forth series so far. 4 periods. They've all been pretty close. It's been very exciting for me to watch. Second period. And Sagan and Spezza score, and that's a 3-1 lead for Dallas. That's not what we could afford. Come on, boys. Step it up. We need some offense. Dallas is going to get theirs, and Hamuse scores, and it's 4-1 for Dallas. And with 10 minutes left in the period, we are down by 3, so I don't think we're going to be able to get out of this game with a win. But we're on the power play now, and we can't capitalize, and that about seals our fate in this game. Game number 2, we are going to lose 4-1 to Dallas. But it's okay, because we came into Dallas, went down to Texas, and took ourselves a game as we now head back to Nashville, Tennessee, and start playing on home ice in front of some of the greatest fans in the NHL. So let's go ahead and scout a little bit. I don't know what I want to scout. Oh, you know what? Let's scout some goalies, because, goalies for 2 weeks. Why not? We'll just scout goalies for 2 weeks. There we go. Thomas Chabot, that's right. We got to check out the player progression at the end of this season, but the season not over yet. We're back at home as we hope to get the lead in the series in game number 3. Let's go ahead and get it, boys. Come on, I need a strong first period from you. I'm calling you out, first line. You've been relatively quiet. Let's go. First period. And Jamie Benn scores on Gibson, and that offense of Dallas is just clicking. But it's not like they're really blowing us out. Besides last game, they beat us 4-1. We just need to get some goals. We need more goals, because that first game, that was a fantastic defensive performance, but I don't think we're going to shut down Dallas like we did that time. Hopefully this is the only goal we give up, but hopefully Gibson shuts the door. I definitely need him to. Come on, Gibson, let's go. Second period. Okay, so he shut the door, but we didn't score at all. I mean, Craig Anderson is still kicking. He wants to get himself a cup. This time in the Western Conference, he had enough of Ottawa, went down south to Dallas, Texas, and is now playing with the Stars and playing pretty good, because we're out shooting the Stars by 8 shots, 23-15 shots in favor of Nashville, but it's a 1-0 lead for Dallas. And on the power play, we aren't able to capitalize, but Forsberg, shortly after, from a tight angle, gets the game tied 1-1. Now we give Dallas a power play. We can't do that, yes, but we're able to kill it. All right, they're coming back in shots, mostly because of the power play. About 5 minutes left in the period, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, is still 1-1, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds, and we're headed to overtime in game number 3. Very exciting, guys. It's been a really close series. This is not what I usually see out of a EA Sports simulation. This is an exciting series. Let's go. Come on, boys. You got the home ice fans in front of you. They wait up all night. There was that one goal I believe Mike Fisher scored against, I don't know who it was, but they scored that goal in like double overtime or something, and it was just ridiculous. So we got those kind of fans here in this building that are willing to stay through and support you guys until whatever hour you get it done. But let's send them home early with a win. Let's go, boys. Oh, I gave him the pep talk. Hopefully don't blow it on the power play. And we aren't able to capitalize on the power play. And we get another one. The refs 5-on-3, 5-on-4, and we aren't able to capitalize. The refs are giving us these opportunities. We just can't capitalize on them. Our offense just isn't there. Our scoring touch seems to have lost itself from the first season when we were just the best offensive team in the league. 1 minute left in the overtime period, and we're headed into double overtime. You better believe it, boys. This arena is still packed. They want to see a Stanley Cup as soon as I do. So let's go ahead and get ourselves one step closer, one more win closer to the Stanley Cup. Let's go. Second overtime period. Come on, boys. You're putting the shots on, and Jason Spezza scores on Gibson. Our offense is just not getting it done against a team that I wouldn't say I would fear defensively. I would certainly fear the Predators more defensively. We got the better goalie and the better defensive core. And we're just not, our forwards aren't able to get it done. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm actually thinking about something right now. I might call up some more offensive firepower from the minor leagues, from Milwaukee there, because we got Chipchura as a grinder, or Delorier, we got Perron here, Perron and Delorier. I'd rather send somebody like Perron. Actually, no, I'd rather send somebody like Delorier, or just scratch him. For somebody like Salamaki, no, he was a terrible, terrible player. Austin Watson, Yannick Weber's an offensive defenseman. Maybe that's what we need, but we don't have room in defenseman. Colton Sissons, he's never really had fantastic seasons for us, did he? In the NHL, he had 25 points. That's okay. That's a pretty good amount of points for. I didn't think he played on the third line though. Jeremy Bracco, no, none of these guys are quite ready yet. So, looks like I'm gonna have to call on the first three lines a little bit more than I have been. And they haven't even been stepping up. That's the thing. We're down 2-1 in this series. We desperately need to tie this series back up. Come on, boys. I need some offense. I need to see some goals. We failed to register, a ton of goals in any of these games yet. First game was a 2-1 victory, essentially, before Turris netted that empty netter. So we need to get some goals, even strength, 5-on-5, and capitalize when we get these power play opportunities, guys. So let's go. First period. And Fiala answers Spezza. So even when we do get a goal, it's answering to Dallas. Come on, boys. Take the lead in this period. We haven't had the lead in for I don't know how long. Let's go. Second period. And Johansson and Raquel. But Gurianov keeps the Dallas Stars in it. Raquel and Johansson, though, they get the Nashville Predators a 3-2 lead. And this is where I need the defense to step up. We've got 3 goals on 13 shots. And Dallas has about 30 shots defense. I need you guys to keep playing so strong. And Tyler Seguin scores shorthanded to tie the game up, and now we give Dallas a power play right after? Come on, guys. Are you kidding me? You're blowing it. We need some offense. We need offense from our defense. We need our defense to translate into offense, but that's not happening as we head into another overtime game here in Nashville. The thing that's killing me is our defense is playing fine. We've been limiting Dallas to chances, and even when they get a lot of chances, Gibson is stepping up for us and playing well. But our offense, look at that. You can't win with 19 shots, guys. 38-19, they're doubling us up in shots. That's not a winning formula. Hopefully, we're going to be able to win a game that we shouldn't win here on home ice and just get one past Craig Anderson. Come on, boys. Somebody step up for these hometown fans, and Julius Honka nets one, and it's 4-3. Dallas takes this game and is now up 3-1 in the series. This is not good. This is not good at all. I need to make some line changes, any kind of line change, but something needs to be done. Who is performing and who's not? So this first line seems to be performing quite well. Second line's not bad. Third line is actually performing pretty well. And seems like Nicolas Delorier, you need to go, my friend. I'm going to call up Austin Watson again because he's usually a good performer for us. Salamaki was terrible for us all season. Colton Sissons, I like him, but I like Salamaki's game better. So let's go ahead and call up Austin Watson, scratch Nicolas Delorier, and hopefully get this series take it back to Nashville because, losing this game means means we're done. Obviously, you guys know that because you guys follow hockey, but, best lines here, that's fine, I don't care. Best lines down here. Austin Watson, no. I'm going to keep Craig Smith up there. James Neal really hasn't been doing a ton for this first line. As you can see, they have 8 points. He's got 7, 11, 8, 7, so he's the worst performer. I don't know what to do here, guys. I'm at a loss for whatever to do. He's got 10 points. maybe I need to put a guy like Arvidsson on the first line and move Neil. I'm going to do that. I'm going to move Arvidsson up to that first line. So we have one sniper, and there we go, power forward, and then two-way forward, playmaker, two-way forward. Move Perron down to the... Yeah, okay. They scratched somebody. Who was it? Yeah, it was Kelly Yarncrook. I was liking Kelly Yarncrook. There we go. So Yarncrook is there. Let's go ahead and check out our power play because we need some more firepower on the power play. So let's go ahead and move Turris up there. Move Yossi. Oops, not Fiala, but there we go. Move him down there. Switch Cece, and then we'll put Ricard Raquel on that second line as the center because we need some points. This actually like this relatively young second power play unit, but I got to stack this first line power play unit because they need to get us some points desperately. And the right-handed shot, yeah, because that'd be perfect for one-timers. Now, penalty kill. We've been good on the penalty kill so far, but Austin Watson, a two-way forward. He's not bad, but I'd like to split him up. There we go. And Kelly Yarncrook, are you really that? No, he's not really the kind of player I want playing on the penalty kill. Let's go ahead and check out. I think Delorier would be the better guy here to... Yeah, Delorier is easily the better guy to put on the penalty kill. Chipchura and Watson, and then Craig Smith and Delorier. Yeah, that's... I like that quite a bit. Actually, Craig Smith has turned into... I kind of overlooked him. I didn't really have him in my plans when we first... started this series, but, he's certainly become a player that's opened my eyes a lot with his play, so that's very good when I can see a player play pretty well. So now offense and defense have dropped from a 94 to a 93, and we're not changing, we're not doing a team meeting. That's the last thing I'm going to do. The last thing I want to do is piss off some of the players, but Austin Watson, yeah, you're welcome, man. All right, that's fine. No impact. I'd rather have no impact than a negative impact, but here we go. Game number 5 in Dallas. Our playoff hopes are on the line here. Can we extend this series at all? We need to take this one back to Nashville, and I think... come on. Please don't make me look like an idiot for these line changes. First period, and PK Subban gets us an early 1-0 lead. 10 minutes into the first period, he gets us a 1-0 lead. That is huge. Come on, boys. Now, defense has been strong. Offense, I need you to actually have a good period for once. I know Dallas is going to come back with something, so we need to weather the storm. Second period, and Nicholas Delorier scores on Greg Anderson. Delorier actually chips in. D'Lo scoring to give the Nashville Predators a 2-0 lead as we head into this third period. We want to stay around, and Victor Arvidsson on that first line, boys. He's using the ice time. He's showing me that the third line was too easy for him, and he should be a first line player. Oh, come on, but Cody Eakin on that third line gets Dallas back within 2. Is it going to be enough, though? Is it going to start a comeback? 5 minutes left in the period, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Come on, boys, we can hang on. And Victor Arvidsson scores his second of the period. And that sends Nashville back to Nashville. This series is going back to Nashville, boys, as we get out of here with a 4-1 win. Oh, my God, that was a huge game, a clutch performance. The offense showed up, the defense played sound, and it was just an all-around good game. Victor Arvidsson, yeah, dude killed it. First, on the first line, his opportunity, he seized it. 2 goals on 5 shots. Fantastic. Delorier actually had a good game. As far as minus players, it was Neil, Turris, and Fiala. So it was that second line that got the minus, but not too worried about that. They played a decent game. They didn't score for us, but, maybe I should not have given Neil that kind of contract because maybe he's just not the player that simulates well. But although him and Forsberg were at the top of the season for how they were playing, but I'm not worried about that. All right, so we're back in Nashville. Can we get this series to 7? I'm not touching the lines. They worked last time. Let's see, will they work for 2 games straight, or will Dallas come back with something that baffles our team? Let's go, boys. We need a strong first period. Get out strong again. A 1-0 lead, I'm okay with. That's still winning the period. Let's go. First period, and okay, nothing, but Dallas doubles up our shots. Whew, man. Their offense is coming, but our defense is weathering the storm. You just take their best punch and then catch them while they're down. All right, second period. And Philip Forsberg, that's what I mean. They gave their best punch in the first period. We come back with getting ourselves a goal in the second period, and they still aren't able to score. And now we're getting into this third period. This is crunch time, and Roman Josi. There we go, boys. And it's a 2-0 lead. Our defense are chipping in for us, just like I hoped they would, boys. All right, the shots are about even now. Like I said, you got to weather the storm with this Dallas team. They're going to come on strong. But if we can defend like I know we can, we got the goalie, and Jason Spezza gets them back within 1 with 5 minutes left. 3 minutes, 2.5. Oh, God, 2 minutes, 1 minute, and Fiala nets the empty netter, and there it is. This series is going to 7, boys. Let's get it. We came back against a very, very good Dallas team. We forced a game number 7. Let's see if we can take this one. Oh my God. This calling up Austin Watson and the line changes, putting Victor Arvidsson on that first line seems to have rejuvenated our entire team, boys. I'm not touching anything. I'm not holding any kind of team meeting. We had a very, very solid game. God, I just want to recap this series first. This has been a fantastic series. Win or lose, I'm going to be fine with how this team played. So we won the first game 3-1, a solid win. Then a 4-1 loss. Then a 2-1 crushing overtime loss at home. And then another overtime loss at home. So that's prompted me to make changes. 3 straight losses, only getting, 4 goals in 3 games is not going to get you done. Then we put up 4 goals in the game in Dallas and an elimination game. And then we get a 3-1 victory over Dallas in the 6th game and send this one back to Dallas for a game number 7. Let's go ahead and get this one started. Oh man, am I excited for this one. I really hope it's a good showing from us though. I've seen teams fall flat in this 7th game. Maybe it'll be Dallas, but pressure's on them. We forced a game 7. They're the President's Trophy winning team. They were the favorites coming into this one. Let's see if we can put all the pressure on them early. First period. Austin Watson, baby, calling him up. He's making an impact for us right away in this 7th game. That is a huge goal from the face-off dot. They still are out shooting us, but we were able to get one by Craig Anderson. Second period, but Philip Forsberg so Jamie Benn keeps them within 1, but Philip Forsberg did get us that crucial goal that keeps us in the lead as now we head into the most important period of our playoffs. It's a 5-on-3, 5-on-4, but we kill off the penalty there. And now we're on the power play. Can we capitalize? And we can't. 10 minutes in the period, we get on the power play again. Oh my God, our power play is not coming through, but we're on the power play for a long time. And there we go. 5 minutes left in the period. 4 minutes, we're up by 1, baby. Come on, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. And Nicolas Deslauriers gets the goal. And the Nashville Predators have come back from a 3-1 series deficit to take this game 3-1, Game 7 in Dallas. And the Nashville Predators are on to the Western Conference Finals. Spam it in the chat, boys. Dallas blew a 3-1 lead. There it is. PK Subban getting 3 assists. Deslauriers getting a goal and assist. Chipchura, Forsberg, Johansson, and Watson. Again, that second line. Actually, this time it was Fiala and Raquel. It wasn't Neil. Interesting. But, yeah, so, we came back from a 3-1 series deficit, boys. That's what I love to see. So, fantastic performance from this team, getting us into the Western Conference Finals to face the San Jose Sharks. I'm really curious to see what their team looks like, boys, but that one's going to have to wait for the next one as we are out of time in this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see some more. There's a little bell right beneath me if you're on your laptop. That'll get you a notification every time I post a video, so make sure to click that so you're always up to date with what I post. And I thank you guys so much for watching. Dallas blew a 3-1 series lead, and Nashville is on to the Western Conference Finals against San Jose. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.